Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? I'm back again. My name is Mark, where I like talking all things music in my own personal series, Mark Under the Microscope, where I give you an inside look as to who I am as a person through inspirational and motivational vlogging. So if you like things like that, please remember to slash that like button and annihilate that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell. I drop videos like this every Monday and Friday and every day in between. And also, leave me comments down below. I love interacting with you guys, and I also do subscriber request. So huge shout out to my subscribers out there. I love you guys, because without you there would be no channel and there would be no me. But I think I've talked enough, so let's just jump straight into these videos. Let's go.
I knew you'd come. Somehow I just knew you'd find me. Not knowing where I was or when I was coming back sent you crazy. I kept my spies on you.
Okay.
My homie called me in the morning from a hospital bed. He got holes in his body from a Glock full of lead. He said,
Ooh.
3 motherfuckers that this lady knows. Try to jack his ass for his 84s.
Ooh, come on.
Top sick bit. My nigga lays up. He got sprayed up cause he wouldn't raise. Caught 3 out of 7 of the shots that rang. Them folks saying that he never walked the same. It sounds like a job for the Uzi Gat. And where the fuck did your bitch say these fools be at? For a real long time we been the best of friends, and I'll be damned if a nigga don't get revenge. I feel anger,
hey.
I'm a stranger too. Busting slugs in their guts, just a thing to do. While they pray for you, I'ma spray they crew. I got love for my homies, I thought you knew. He said, those don't
I love his flow on this.
allow me with these punk motherfuckers, I must pick a bone. Now will it be the cranium or the chest plate? Next break back, snap, put him in checkmate. Let take me to vengeance, send this, let this, ripping through tendons, I end this. Because you bleed inside and it hurts to cough. I can't take no advice, I got to break them out.
Come on.
You taste so sweet, I gotta do what my friends would do for me. You motherfuckers gotta pay. I'm asking for action, ain't a fucking K. I'm blasting some acid, cause my revenge tastes so sweet. I gotta do what my friends would do for me. You motherfuckers gotta pay. I'm asking for action, ain't a fucking K. I'm blasting some acid. My niggas check me, I'm thinking of a master plan. I'm straight up blasting gas, the fucking bastards ran. I'm steady missing all my homies and done bit the dust. Got revenge cause them bitches wasn't shit to us. What the fuck can I accomplish? And when I'm dead, will I find myself on God's list? Every night I give thanks I didn't die today. Turning cane into crack in my microwave. We dealing cause we feeling that the pain's right. Hoping mama never see me at my gravesite. No daylight, play night cautiously. Could be death on my freedom, what it's costing me.
Come on.
Chill life, midwife, be Mary Jane. And me streets got me scrolling Blueberry Lane. Same song sung in the South from the mouth of a hustler. Never have I trusted a trick or a hoe or a dope fiend either. Cause they smoke like a beaver building dams on the river. Life of a G till the D-A-Y. Hitting switches on the freeway high. Don't reply cause me don't give a fuck what you hoes got to say about me Hillwood Punk. Cause my revenge is so sweet, I gotta do what my friends do for me. You motherfuckers gotta pay. I'm asking for action, ain't a fucking K. I'm blasting some acid, cause my revenge is so sweet. I gotta do what my friends do for me. You motherfuckers gotta pay. I'm asking for action, ain't a fucking K. I'm blasting some acid. Stop short in your tracks, gaps got the place around. It sounded 2 warning shots, fuck on up and you'll be grounded. Pounded buttons with a bunch of 12 gauges, now our face is too straight. And them fucking dogs dog cages. Pages of my book turn like the wind blows on the paper of a crook. Motherfuck them hoes. Him grows as a hustler, grows as a G. Save his flows to Big 8. Now he scores half a key. Some said in his head he got insanity inside, but all it really be is mathematically inclined.
Oh, come on.
Fine, others taking over. Cookies moving cookies, they whipped in baking soda. Baby, know the fucking rules. My cheese is solid as a rock. With my all in with a Glock.
Come on.
Phony fraud, motherfuckers, best to get out the game before you die, motherfuckers. Busters, trusses, butters, hustlers, trust. Knowing you can show run, but no gun. That be a nigga slogan. So roll one, the sweet chug of love, one to 8-ball, and see where this motherfucking life is gonna take y'all and make us baby bitches. He's so sweet. I gotta do what my friends will do for me. You motherfuckers gotta pay. Asking for action, ain't a fucking K. I'm blasting some acid, cause my revenge is so sweet. I gotta do what my friends will do for me. You motherfuckers gotta pay. I'm asking for action, ain't a fucking K. I'm blasting some acid.
I like that. That was dope. Okay, so I quickly want to talk about Revenge by SPM. And what I like about this track is I love how it took me back to like that 90s and 80s type of vibe, like where when you had like where you had the roots within like Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society. Like I definitely could picture, and with the song being called Revenge, this seems like something that like I could think of, like if like dudes who sit there and that are on the block and they're sitting there like playing this, and they're sitting there going back to go after somebody who sat there and may have harmed one of their homeboys or something like that. Like that's the type of mind frame that it puts me in. Like I feel like this is something that like you sitting there like when you're sitting there getting suited up and ready for combat, like you're about to go back to war and seek out revenge for the people who harmed your boys, your loved ones, whatever. Like if you were like if you're in like that gang lifestyle, the gang banging lifestyle, or just like the drug game in general. Like it just took me into that type of mind frame, and when I sit there and envision it, it just makes me think of those two movies, of just that whole type of West Coast Cali type of lifestyle, and just that whole vibe of how just the West in general, because I kind of consider Houston Southwest, and along with California and all that, like just being on that whole West Coast culture. And just the vibe that it gave me. I love the type of like the tone and his bravado and the way that his rap style was. I love how animated his rap style was. I believe I said this in another song where it gave like in this, like he almost channeled this almost Magoo-esque type of rap style, and his tone, like it was almost like a character that he was sitting there portraying, like it was almost like an alter ego or something that he was embracing and take it on and sit there and let it be known to sit here and tell this story. And the thing is, what I always sit there and say that I love about SPM is because you can always count on SPM to give you a story and for you to sit there and be taken to a place that you never sat there and envisioned yourself going. Like anytime I sit there and listen to an SPM song, I honestly feel like I'm reading like a urban like fiction type of book, like probably by like Triple Crown Publications. Like if any of you guys know about, or any women out there who know about the Triple Crown Publication books, where you had those books like that where they had where they talked about fictional street life with the street characters, and that was inside the drug dealing life and just things like that. A lot of high schoolers used to read those books when I was younger. and it just took me to a place like that. And I just love the imagery that he sits there and can sit there and paint, and he sits there and transforms you into, where he sits there and takes you to a place where he doesn't need a visual. Like I always sit there and say, he doesn't need a visual for his tracks, because it's like he's such an awesome and effective storyteller that the video is already played within your mind, that you don't need it. So it's like you can already envision and picture it there. Like you don't need a visualization to sit there and picture the effectiveness of his lyricism and his bars. Like, and let's sit there and talk about his bars and his lyricism and his punchline. He leveled up with each pass of sitting here coming back on his track and giving bar for bar. Like the first bar, amazing. Second bar, fire. Third bar, ice cold. Like he sat there and just kept leveling up every time. And that's what I love about him, because he sits there and it's like I said in my previous video about the other reaction that I spoke about Upchurch. When I sit here and talk about now I can sit there and equate this to SPM. I feel like every time I'm listening to him, I feel like it's a boxer in a ring. I feel like he's sitting there dancing, and I feel like he's sitting there giving you that defensive in round one, sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna sit there and just let you hit me. And then I feel like he sits there, second verse, he comes out guns blazing, boom, 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 start hitting you with the combos, the two pieces, the uppercuts, boom, boom, boom. And then I feel like with the third verse is that he just comes to eat you alive and feast you and annihilate you and knock you out and go for the win, so his hands could be raised. That's what I love about SPM. Like regardless of the message of the song, or hearing like certain lyrics or the bars of what he sits there and says, the thing that you can sit there and appreciate from him is that he's going to sit there and give you a story, and he's going to sit there and make it effective. And he's speaking about a life that he had to sit there and live. He's not speaking about a life that Antonio had to live, or Malcolm had to sit there and live, or Jerome had to sit there and live. He's speaking about life that South Park Mexican that SPM had to live growing up in Houston, Texas, the hand that he was sat there and dealt. And that's what I love about him, because he's so authentically himself. So it's like, love him or hate him, you can't do nothing but respect him, because he sits there and raps about his life, and he puts it into words, which is art form and poetry. And that's why it's like, regardless, like I said in another video, it's like, I'm not gonna sit there and judge him because of some charges that he may have came up with, because like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened with him. I don't know the situation of why he went to prison and why he's in prison. I'm sitting there judging the music and giving my unbiased opinion. That's why I never sit there and really genuinely know sometimes the names of the artists, or you have to sit there and see me looking back at the screen because I'm trying to remember. Is because I'm giving people my unbiased opinion, because I try to sit there and separate the person from the personal aspect of what I don't know and what's the unknown. Because who am I to sit there and say something and judge somebody for something that I was not present, I was not aware, I was not there, and to let that persuade and skew my judgment when I'm here to give you guys a reaction of my music, of the bars. Because so many times people who do reactions, and this is no shots, I'm not firing shots at people who sit there and do stuff like this and do the things that I do on YouTube, but I feel like a lot of people sit there and come with biased opinions, and they sit there and let their minds and their image be clouded of people because of the situation. Like take for example like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, where they had this beef, and they sit there and be like, oh, well, I don't like Nicki Minaj because she's sitting here doing this and she's doing that, and she's supposedly stopping bags. It's like, how the hell you know she's stopping bags? Were you present when she was sitting there stopping these bags that they so-called speak that she's stopping? Or when they sitting there saying that Cardi B is this way or Cardi B is that way? Or like when you sit there and take it a step further, when they sit there and talk about when you had the beef with this illusion, imaginary beef with Tupac and Biggie, or when you had this beef with Jay-Z and Nas, like, or 50 Cent in the game. Like when you sit there, or 50 Cent and just pretty much everybody who was in the industry, pretty much that much. It's like, you can't sit there and say things about people when you weren't there. Like, we don't know these people. You only can sit there and speak about the music and the art and separate what is being said and what is being performed. And when I sit there and do that, that's why I never try to sit there and act like I know everything. I say things to start the discussion, but never to be heard. That's what I sit there and do. I never sit there and try to go in thinking that I know everything, but I try to give my unbiased opinion. And that's why I feel like I love this song. This is why I'm going to continue rocking with SPM, because I feel like he's dope. I feel like he sits there and sticks to himself. I think he's authentically himself. You can always expect a great story, a great some great punchlines, some great lyricism, some creativity, some cleverness, some bars, some imagery without the need of a music video. And he's just dope in that regard, and you can't do nothing but sit there and take your hat off to that. So with that being said, let me know what you thought of Revenge in the comments below. Please remember to slash that like button by SPM. I'm not going to rate this because, like I say all the time, when you have an artistic genius, why rate it? And with that being said, please remember to be safe out there. Remember to stay awesome, be awesome, because you guys are all awesome. This is your boy Mark, and I'm signing off. Deuces. Peace.
They need rappers like me. They need rappers like me, so they can get on their fucking keyboards and make me the bad guy, Chung Lee. Hey, yo, I've been on.